Thank you for your interest in this Geotech-centered demonstration video on geodatabase management and optimization strategies. My name is Wing Cheong, and I'm a professor of geography and GIS at Palomar College. In this video, you'll learn how to work with attribute and spatial indices, how to compress and uncompress file geodatabase, and also how to compact file geodatabase. If you wish to follow the demonstration, please download and unzip the files needed at this web address to your storage device before viewing the demonstration. Be careful in entering the web address as it is case sensitive. To provide you with a little background on what we're doing, let's say your coworker has created a file geodatabase called places.gdb that contains a museum's feature class. This feature class shows the locations of some of the museums that are found within San Diego's Balboa Park. Your coworker wants to experiment with various database optimization techniques like indexing, compression, and compaction, and see if they can improve the performance of her database while decreasing the amount of storage space that's needed. The first topic that we'll look at is attribute index and spatial index. To do this, you should first open ArcGIS Pro and start a new project. Then on the Catalog tab, you should connect to the Balboa folder, which is inside the file that you downloaded and unzipped. Inside this folder, you'll find the museum's feature class within the places.gdb or the places geodatabase. Now right-click on the museum's feature class and select Properties. Next, click on Indices or Indexes, and here click Add to add our attribute index. And I'm going to name my index IND name, and the field that I want to create the index for is the name field here. So click on name and then click on this right arrow and click OK. So what this process basically does is it creates an index for all the different values that exist within the name field within the attribute table of your feature class, thereby making it much easier to find particular values within that field when you run an attribute query. Next, we'll create or update a spatial index that's associated with your feature class. So inside the same feature class properties window for the museum's feature class, and with indexes still selected, click on spatial index. And you can see here that a spatial index has already been created by ArcGIS for your feature class previously. However, let's say you have created extensive amount of features or modified your feature class by copying a lot of features from an other feature class into this museum feature class, then it would be a good practice to delete the existing spatial index that was created when your museum's feature class was created originally, and recalculate or recreate a new one. So let's look at how we do that. Right, one way to do it is simply to hit recalculate, and that will build a new spatial index that is more efficient based on the changes that you made to this feature class. Or you can also create a whole new index. So let's hit delete to delete the existing spatial index, and just hit create to create a new spatial index that is most efficient based on the distribution of features that are in your feature class at this moment. After that, we'll hit OK to exit out of the properties window. Now that we've finished looking at spatial and attribute indexes, let's look at how do we compress and uncompress a file geodatabase. If you know that there are lots of duplicates of the same values within a particular feature class, it may be a good practice to compress your geodatabase in order to minimize the storage requirements associated with these duplicate values. So to do that, we'll right-click on the Places Geodatabase, go to Manage, and go to Compress. And you can see here in this Compress File Geodatabase data window, this is the geodatabase that we wish to compress. And there is an option here to choose whether we want lossless compression or lossy compression. For the purpose of this video, the main difference between lossless compression is that in lossless compression, it basically just groups those duplicate values into one instance, but it does not delete or round any of the values. So it does not lead to loss of values or loss of data, whereas with lossy compression, that can potentially happen as data values are rounded in order to give you basically more storage savings. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to leave lossless compression checked and hit run. And you can see this is completed successfully. Now let's close this window. Very importantly, keep in mind that once you have compressed a file geodatabase, the contents that are within that file geodatabase will not be editable unless you first uncompress that file geodatabase, and then you can make your edits. So to uncompress the file geodatabase, right-click on the file geodatabase, go to Manage, and go to Uncompress, and basically run the operation here for uncompressed file geodatabase data. And now, once again, you have uncompressed the file geodatabase, and you can edit the content within the geodatabase. The last topic I wish to go over is how do you compact a file geodatabase. By compacting a file geodatabase, you can permanently remove deleted records rather than just marking them as deleted in the geodatabase. So to do this, back in ArcGIS Pro, we'll go to the Analysis tab, go to Tools, and search for Compact. So here's Compact, and simply enter the name of the geodatabase in there, Places. Click OK, click Run, and there, this has completed successfully. So please see the Geotech Center website at geotechcenter.org for more demonstration videos. And to learn more, you can find other resources on the Geotech Center websites, including model courses on database management, which discuss the topics of compression and compaction and spatial and attribute indexes in greater details. My name is Wayne Chung. I'm a professor of geography and GIS at Palomar College, and also an assistant director with the Geotech Center. And here's my contact information. Thank you for watching this video.